Hi everyone, I'm Helen Knight, and today we're going to be talking to one of my amazing clients called James Moore, who builds amazing website presences for business coaches that want to generate leads and save a lot of time. So we're going to be talking to him, asking him lots of questions, just getting his really honest feedback about the program, how he feels about it all. So James, how are you feeling today?
Feeling good, thanks.
Great,
Great.
great. Do you want to tell everyone a bit about yourself and where you're from?
Yeah, so my name's James Mal. I'm based in Bedford, in Bedfordshire, and I work with business coaches on designing websites for coaches.
Okay, cool. And so how long have you been doing what you do at the moment? Has it been a while?
So I've been exclusively working with business coaches for the last couple of months since coaching with yourself. And before that, previously, I was doing websites for a variety of clients.
Great, well done. Yeah, I know I've seen a lot of your work actually, and I was really impressed when you first came to me. So yeah, how did you feel when we first met? Just can you share that with everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I was in a not so good place. I think their business was a bit slow and just finding it difficult to kind of reach clients and kind of market myself.
That's always a big challenge for a lot of designers. So how did that make you feel at the time? Was it just like worrying and what were you going through?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a bit worrying when business kind of slows down, and some months are better than others, and some months are not so good. Um,
Mm.
but it can be very difficult to overcome those months, especially when you've got no referrals coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a big deal, isn't it, for designers? Most designers I talk to or agencies, they all talk about how they rely on referrals so much. And when they don't come along, it's just like, oh my God, what we're going to do. I think most people feel like that when they've not got any process in place. So how did not having the business where you want it to be, how did that affect everything?
Yeah, it just makes you feel a bit, I think, less confident, especially in your ability as
Mm.
well. It can affect you as a designer and question how good you are. And it kind of makes you feel a bit less truthful, I think, when you're speaking to friends and family as well. So it has a massive impact, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like when you work for yourself, sometimes your family and people they just don't understand, do they? It's really difficult because a lot of people just haven't gone out of their comfort zone and done that kind of thing before. So it's not having anyone to relate to.
Yeah.
Um, absolutely, I've definitely felt like that myself in the past. So what happened when you joined the program and we started working together? And yeah, do you want to just share a bit more?
Yeah. Well, right from the off, you were able to kind of help me in terms of my confidence, in terms of pricing and kind of charging a higher amount and almost kind of doubling my prices straight away with one particular client. So that made me feel a lot more confident knowing that I could charge a higher amount and, charging double for my work and the client saying yes as well. So that felt really good.
Yeah, it was so exciting because we literally just,
Yeah.
I think we'd only had a couple of quick conversations over WhatsApp, I think, before you got started. And it was just crazy, wasn't it? How quickly we managed to get you somebody. So yeah, I think you're actually probably the fastest, yeah, the client that's had the quickest result that I've ever had. So you should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
obviously that one client was able to pay off most of the consulting straight up front, so that was really really good as well. So
Yeah,
pretty much straight
amazing.
away, yeah.
I
So
do tell your story a lot to people. So yeah, you're famous now. Cool. So so what happened after that? Did you just feel like was it just relief that you'd got somebody already and you were just like, wow, things are going to be okay. You kind of set yourself, I guess, like put your mind at rest that everything was going to be all right.
yeah, I mean, I felt like in safe hands, I think, because I felt that you I knew that you were really good at what your coaching and consultancy, because the fact that you were able to kind of help me overcome my fear of kind of my confidence in kind of my pricing, and asking for a bit more. So that was a major plus for me, and that meant that going forward I can charge more for my work, and having that belief was something that was a major thing to kind of overcome.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done. And yeah, super proud of you, because it is a big step when you're suddenly charging, a few £1,000s more than you've ever charged before. It is a big deal. And it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of guts really to do it. And once you know how to handle those kind of conversations with people, it just makes life so much easier. So yeah, well done. Absolutely.
And particularly
Sorry.
Particularly you knowing that the client that I was dealing with, because they were involved in the kind of financial kind of crypto world, you knew that they were able to afford that and pay a bit extra. So I necessarily didn't believe that, but the fact that you knew that they were able to charge a bit more, and you had the faith, and I was sweating as well. So I was just like, when I was doing the invoicing, I was like, I wanted to say no, because I really needed that client.
Yeah.
And I was prepared to go in a lot lower just to get some money through the door. But the fact that you said, go higher, and be confident and do that, meant that I can, almost double my price pretty much.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a lot higher, wasn't it, than you were
Definitely,
charging before? Yeah. And it's hopefully that's giving you the confidence now, to set your standards high, and just really believe in yourself that you can charge, you are worth that price, and it feels right to you. So well done. You've really overcome a few big blocks there with thinking about yourself and how much you're worth and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's really good. Okay, so what did you like best about the program? Was there anything that you really found, I don't know, were there things you really enjoyed, were there things that you just found helped the most? Is there anything you want to mention?
It was probably the kind of research from the start, which was really in depth, and about the target client, and just that kind of knowing everything about them was really helpful. I've never gone through that process. I've never just known who my specific kind of target client was, and going through the whole kind of everything about them, just knowing what they get up to, and what they like, and how much they kind of make, and just literally knowing kind of the business and their lifestyle. All of that was very helpful in terms of making my content, and copywriting and stuff like that is thing that doesn't normally come naturally to me, but with your kind of story posts and kind of leadership posts, all of those kind of structures really kind of helped me write content that was a lot more better than I normally would have done it, and it was more kind of laser focused in terms of having an end goal, which was to obviously get coaches who my target client is on board. But every bit of content that I now put out has got like a point, a story to it, so it's got to obviously drive the clients in. So yeah,
Brilliant. You've learned a huge amount when you think back to where you were before. The knowledge you've got about being able to make someone raise their hand and make someone respond to you through your content is massive. You've come a huge way, and your content is amazing now. I read your stuff and I'm like, I'm super proud. I'm like, wow, that's a really good post. And it's not easy to get over that learning curve. Some people find it really difficult, but it just need, like any other skill, you just need to take the time to learn how to do it. And once you've got that skill, gosh, it's worth so much to your business, because you can, once you've practiced, you can knock out content really quick, and it's just like, you don't think about it after you've done it over and over again. It just becomes second nature. But initially it's hard work working out how it all works, and what to put where, and how to actually make sure people realize that you're talking directly to them. So well done. super proud. So I just want to make sure that people realize that that you didn't have a massive social media following or anything like that when we first met. Is that right?
Yeah, it was just kind of plotting along really. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, and we didn't do paid adverts. We didn't
No,
like spam people. We didn't do anything like, I don't know. We didn't pitch to people. So yeah, sometimes people. I just want to make sure people realize, we're not doing things to bother people. It's there's a few things that sometimes people think about working on social media. So just trying to, make sure people realize that you don't have to do things like that to get consistent clients coming through. It's so much easier than people realize once you know how to do it. There are challenges, obviously, but when you're working closely with someone, it's so much easier, isn't it? It's just much, much easier.
definitely.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So yeah, once you understood the foundations of how to actually start running your business in a way where you could get consistent clients coming through using social media, was it relatively easy to get the right type of leads coming through? Tell me a bit more about how you feel about that.
Yeah, I think initially when I started out, because obviously I didn't have much content, so it took a couple of weeks to kind of get going. But once it did start to get going, it just started to kind of take off a bit more. And I've seen that recently, in the last few weeks, that coaches have kind of seen my content and they start to kind of get in touch with me for discovery calls and book me.
Mm.
Two of the coaches that I'm actually speaking to today are actually coaches that have seen my content that have wanted to kind of get in touch with me and speak more, really. Yeah.
Great. So it was just once you understood like the little habits, it's just doing them consistently, wasn't it? Just knowing what to do.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're consistent and as long as you planned some of the content in advance. I mean, I tend to now hopefully plan one or two posts a week in advance.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah, it is definitely about getting organized, isn't it? And yeah, having stuff ready. So yeah, it's much easier when you've been doing it a while and you've got a log of stuff that you can keep using. So I'm sure you'll get there soon. You can start reusing stuff and it gets even easier. So do you feel now that you could easily gain new clients every month? How do you feel about the whole system and the new skills that you've learned?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've kind of you kind of taught me how to fish and get the clients that I need. So I feel like I can attract the right clients, and I've got that kind of sales process where I know how to kind of engage with them and qualify the leads and then get them kind of obviously booked on and start working with them. So I feel like there's more of a structured process, whereas sort of before I never really had much of a process other than like a questionnaire that I would kind of go through with clients. And because you were kind of dealing with a whole bunch of other web designers, you're seen more as a commodity. So you're seen more as just, what's your price? And then they'll just go to someone else that's a little bit cheaper or whatever. So now I think people see you more as a consultant and more as a professional, someone that knows what they're doing basically. And I think that's quite evident with a networking event that I went to the other day, which was my first ever networking event I've been to after the sort of pandemic. And I actually met a business coach, and there was one other sort of web designer there, and he tried to talk to her, but she wanted to talk to me because she was more interested, because I work with coaches, and I said I make websites for coaches, and she's really just interested to talk to me and just really engaging, and we ended up having a good chat for almost like an hour. So that was really good. Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, it makes such a difference when you're very specific about who you are, what you're doing, and how you're helping people. It really does set you apart from everybody else. So Yeah, fantastic. I'm glad we nailed it. Well done.
Thanks.
So what would you say to people that were thinking of coming on the program? You know, maybe they were uh, maybe watching this today and just thinking, okay, yeah, maybe I could have a go at this. What would you tell them?
I'd say definitely do it. And Helen's, you're really good. So you've got the support through WhatsApp, through the Zoom calls. Just do it because it is really beneficial, and you will learn the process of how to get leads, and how to do it through social media and LinkedIn. It's just it'll open your eyes to a whole new world, and you look at lead generation and clients in a different way, and it makes you a better designer, more kind of focused on your offering, what you're doing for clients. But it is a lot of hard work. There's a lot of commitment, and so to kind of obviously see the results, you've got to commit and do what Helen says, because that's the only way you kind of see any real result, any real results.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've got to take action. Yeah, that's it. But you definitely did, and that's why I'm super proud, because yeah, some obviously sometimes people, you know, they want the results, but they're not prepared to do the work, and you have to decide, you know, make that decision when you start that you're going to schedule it in your diary each day. You're going to do a little bit each day so you can actually start progressing. It's the same as anything in life, isn't it? You have to be committed to anything you want to be good at. So yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you did the work and you got the results, so well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for telling everybody how you felt about the program, and yeah, good luck with everything. Very excited for you.
Thank you very much.